A common sense recap of the day's biggest stories. It's John Catsimatidis and Rita Cosby. Katz and Cosby on 77 WABC.
Everybody talking about the wild opening ceremony of the Olympics, where they were mocking Christianity with the sort of parody of the Last Supper. Joining us now to talk about this and so much more is Bill O'Reilly, of course, mega best-selling author, also host of Common Sense with Bill O'Reilly every weeknight here on 77 WABC. Bill, it is shocking that they did this. Can you imagine if they were insulting Islam, but for some reason when it's Christianity, they get a pass?
There is a reason, Rita, as I write on BillO'Reilly.com in my message of the day. So the pagans know, and I use the word pagan, it's an interesting word. It's basically unbeliever, they call them atheists. But a pagan worships idolatry, something on earth. So there's a difference between a pagan and a atheist. So the pagans who did this, they worship their lifestyle, whatever it may be. All right. So in this case, it's an alternative lifestyle group. Don't know them. I don't know who they are, what they do. But the French government, which oversaw all of the opening ceremony, all right, they said, well, yeah, we know that this is offensive, but who's going to do anything about it? No one, because the Christian clergy leadership is frightened. They're afraid to speak out. And the reason they're afraid has to go back to the pre-scandals. And that had taken away all moral authority from them, and they are timid. So in a situation like this, you would have thought that the Pope, one country over, would have said, this is really unacceptable to mock Jesus and the New Testament this way. And the French government, they wouldn't care, but that certainly would bring some kind of heat on them. And, of course, their explanation is, well, we wanted to be inclusive. Okay, so, all right, we got now in every ceremony, we got to have pagan displays? Is that what inclusivity is now? I mean, come on. So if you are a believer or a non-believer, you should know what's happening here, and that is the diminishment of people who do believe. If you are a faith-based person, the alternative people, not all of them, but a good number, hate you and want to demean you. And that's what this is all about.
Hey, Bill, this is Pete King. Maybe it's just as well the Pope doesn't speak out, because I have no idea what he might say. He might say we have to accept one another. This is a good example of diversity. We have to keep an open mind. I haven't seen very much strong leadership coming from him at all on any issue.
Why doesn't he just say this? Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Quote Jesus from the cross. But then say, this is wrong. And we, Catholics and Christians all over the world, know it's wrong, and we ask the French government not to insult us again.
I just don't know if he would do it. I think Pope John Paul II would have, but I don't know if this guy would.
Well, look, it doesn't matter to me what Pope Francis sees. It doesn't matter. I'm a Christian, and I'm a Catholic, and I respect the office, obviously, but he has an obligation as the leader of the Catholic Church, as does the Orthodox leader, the Jewish leader, to speak out when their religion is attacked. That's pretty simple.
John, didn't the Greek...
the Ecumenical Patriarch, yep. And I just got a lot of texts, a lot of people heard it. The Ecumenical Patriarch out of Constantinople, who is equivalent in Christianity to the Pope, made a statement about 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, saying it's wrong. It was insulting. Bravo. He just made an official statement. But you're right. The Pope's been, somebody who has been praising it is Jill Biden. Did you see Jill Biden said, our First Lady said, she loved it. How are they going to top it? I mean, what does that say, Bill?
Well, I don't know if that's in context. I could be wrong, Rita, but you know me, no spin. I think she was praising the entire opening ceremony. She didn't single that out. Am I wrong?
Yeah, I don't know. I know she didn't condemn it.
No,
right.
Listen, I'm on,
no, yeah.
I'm
By the way, you may be right, but she didn't condemn it. She said that she thought it was great, and how are you going to top that?
And that, listen, the Bidens have no connection at all to faith-based people at all. I mean, just their abortion stance promoting it, eliminates that. But why, John, do you think that it took the patriarch more than 48 hours to come out with that statement? What took him so long?
I don't know, and I don't know exactly what time. Does it have a timestamp on that statement?
I don't know, actually, because you received it, John. I don't know I don't know when it actually came in, or if it came out earlier.
There's a great fear. I mean, I go to church.
Well, don't forget, their headquarters is in Constantinople, otherwise known as Istanbul, and they're, and you heard what Erdogan said today about possibly attacking Israel.
Yeah, they got big problems over there.
Big problems.
But the patriarch's obligation is to his church, as is the Pope's. I go to Mass, because I can't get behind in atoning. If I get behind, I'll never catch up. So I have to go every week, And I never hear, sermons connecting the Catholic faith with modern life. Never.
Well, that's a big issue.
The big item that I don't agree with the Catholic Church on is that their priests are not allowed to get married. And how did the priests be able to talk to family members if they don't have a family of their own? And it's not God's rule. It wasn't Jesus Christ's rule. It was a rule based on real estate that the Pope in the 12th century made. He figured out that if none of the archbishops or cardinals owned real estate, had a family, then all the real estate will go to the Vatican instead of their family, and the church would no longer be a family business.
That's actually historically true, but there are two other elements in it.
Tell us.
Because the Roman Catholic Church doesn't believe in divorce, they couldn't put their clerics up into that situation, or they'd have to leave the church, was number one. And number two, the theory is that a Catholic priest can't both raise a family and supervise the flock. So, look, to me, I was born, and for hundreds and hundreds of years, the O'Reillys and the Kennedys, that's my mother's side, have been Roman Catholics, and I'm loyal. But I understand the unbelievable fear that has taken over the Catholic Church worldwide.
Yeah, that's sad. That is sad. Before we let you go, you also wanted to hit on Schumer and Biden real quick.
Yeah, I'm opening up Common Sense tonight at 9 o'clock with Schumer being asked, hey, were you involved with moving Biden out of the presidential race? And he dodges I've never seen anybody dodge a question like that. And then the guy, Costa, the CBS guy, goes back and asks him a second time. He goes, well, I'm not going to get into it. What? You're not going to get into it? Come on. We elected you. I mean, I'm using the collective we here. But these guys, Biden, Schumer was up to his eyebrows in getting Biden out of there.
Well, we'll be listening tonight at 9 o'clock, and I can't wait to hear it. And,
Bill, thank you.
Thank you for always coming up with common sense.
Okay, guys.
Thank you.